103.2 Preston FM.
Your community, your radio.
It's 2:30 on a Friday afternoon. I was having a chat with a friend a couple of weeks ago about tribute bands. I'd been to see a Steely Dan tribute band called Neely Dan. And he'd been to see a Led Zeppelin tribute band called Fred Zeppelin, and we were giggling about a Bon Jovi tribute band called By Jovi. Well, surprisingly, but not surprisingly, recently about 1,500 people from Lancashire and beyond gathered at the Riverside Park at Banks near Southport to enjoy a festival called Rock the Lakes Festival, and that brought together some of the best rock tribute bands from around the country to play for incredibly enthusiastic crowds. The festival ran over 3 days, a long weekend, and our reporter Tim Fernandez popped along to find out more about the event from the organisers and to chat to some of those attending and performing. So let's join Tim recently at the Rock the Lakes Festival.
Hello, welcome to the Rock the Lakes Festival in the Leisure Lakes complex at Banks near Southport. Now, Rock the Lakes is an unusual little festival because it's a gathering of tribute bands who all are paying homage to their favourite guitar rock acts of the 70s and 80s and just dipping into the 90s as well. And interesting little collection of names appearing at the festival, including bands like Bon Jovi, A Foreigner's Journey, the AC/DC Experience and State of Quo, and a couple of excellent cover bands as well at this year's event, including acts like Fagash Lil and Fifth Element. Now, Rock the Lakes first started in 2011 and this is into its fourth year this year. So Mike Blundell is the man behind the idea, and I sat down with him during the course of the festival and asked him how the idea for the event first got going.
In 2011, I came to view or to listen and see a Country and Western Festival on the same site. I walked in, saw this huge marquee and the bands were on, and I thought, hey, said to the organiser of that one, can we do another one a week later for proper music? The organiser of that particular event said, I don't know, I'll speak to the marquee people, see if we can keep this marquee up. Mm-hmm. And that was it, left at that. That was in the August. The following April, he came to me and said, oh, by the way, I've spoke to the marquee people, they're going to leave it up for you, get on with it. Excellent. And it was just as simple as that, and they just happened to say, oh, okay, why not?
Excellent. I mean, was it quite a small scale affair the first year, or how did it sort of pan out the first time you did it?
The first year was, I started it off and had huge expectations of, thousands of people turning up. Well, not thousands, we're only limited to 500, but I thought it'd be really busy. Mm-hmm. Completely overlooked how much things were going to cost me. So we ended up with about 400 people turned up and lost a fortune, but it was really, really good, and it had a huge potential. So I thought, hey, we've got to do it again. And everybody that came said, we'll come back, do it again. It's absolutely fabulous. Mm-hmm. Do it again. We'll come back and we'll bring more people, and they did.
And I mean, has it been a word of mouth thing, or is it what's been the main sort of thing that's helped spread the word? Has the internet helped and stuff like that?
Yeah, internet on Facebook's been a huge, a free advertising site, but word of mouth is the biggest event, because when you go to rallies, people have all heard about it. Mm-hmm. I've even been approached by one of the bigger bands.
Really?
They want to play.
Excellent. I mean, the thing is, obviously, tribute bands now, it's such a huge business really now, in terms of how many bands there are out there. So obviously having a festival like this seems like a logical step in some respects, doesn't it?
Yeah, this is a once a year event. I start looking at bands next week.
Right.
So that's like a year ahead. I'm looking at the bands for next year.
Yeah. And is it mostly because obviously you've got bands that fall into sort of like the classic rock mould, I would say, to an extent, so a lot of sort of 80s bands. You've obviously got a tribute band to Status Quo on in a short while. So is it a case of sort of trying to appeal to across the generations effectively with the lineups that you've got? I mean, what's the thinking?
I think classic rock, you can go across all ages, but more than just the music, it's the atmosphere. Yeah. It's families. It's families. It's happy. Everybody's happy and friendly. Yeah. That's what I've been getting that a lot today. Is like people are saying how happy it is. There's no problems. It's just chilled. Mm. Everybody's happy. That's more than the actual music and the age groups. Anybody can come and anybody can enjoy it because it is live music. in a happy environment.
Okay, I'm with Anne from Fifth Element. Just enjoyed watching them on stage. They actually opened the Rock the Lakes Festival just a few minutes ago, just finished their set. So, Anne, how's it feel to have kicked off a festival like this for the weekend?
It's fantastic. We were a bit worried when we arrived because it was a lovely sunny day. We thought, I saw a few people setting up barbecues outside, wondered if we were going to get the crowds in. But a couple of songs in, the dance floor was full. We're having a great time. We're really lucky to have a good following in Southport anyway. And it just rocked, absolutely rocked. The crowds really make events like this, and you couldn't ask for a better one at Rock the Lakes.
Absolutely. I mean, it's amazing how many people are actually here because obviously the festival's, I think it's its fourth year this year, but just seems to be going from strength to strength. I think with talking with Mike, the organiser, I think they're expecting about sort of 1,400, 1,500 people for the weekend, which is pretty good.
It's fantastic. They're going to have to get a bigger marquee for next time. I mean, to do this event every year and to continually build up your crowd, it's a massive achievement. It's only 4 years old. It's still, in terms of a festival, in its infancy really, but the support it's getting is fantastic. And obviously Mike and the crew, we had brilliant support from the sound guys, Nigel and his team. They were incredible. Steve Wright and the sound guys, it was amazing.
Excellent. And of course your band's slightly different, mainly it's tribute bands obviously at this festival, but your band's a little bit different because you've started doing your own material, haven't you? Can you tell us a bit about that?
We have, yes. I've always written my own material anyway from the age of about 15 or so, and when I joined the band they were sort of quite, well, you know, we do covers, but you know, I talked them around, and we started recording an EP of original tracks this year, which should hopefully be out around about Christmas time. It's been really interesting as a learning curve both for me and for the band, I think, because I always used to perform solo with just myself and a guitar, and actually to be able to have the scope to have a band put their interpretation on and, you know, big up, amp up, turn these songs into rock songs basically. Kind of a bit of a funny way, finding your way around it, but they've really enjoyed it, and I think we're really going to be, I'm so chuffed with what we've got so far. I can't wait to hear the finished article. We're doing a music video as well alongside one of them, which is a track we did actually record at the very beginning called Please, and that'll be out in a couple of weeks' time.
We've just enjoyed watching Fagash Lil, one of the bands performing at Rock the Lakes this weekend, and I'm glad to say that we've got Babs and Steve from the band sat with me, just fresh from coming off stage earlier. So quite an unusual name. We were sort of just chatting about this before, Fagash Lil. So can you tell us a little bit about how that came about?
Well, we were looking for a name for a band, and we came up with the usual names that you think of that weren't saying anything about rock music, and we wanted something that stood out and just was close to the point. Down and dirty rock music. So Fagash Lil was the name. Now Barbara used to smoke and roll the fags up. I thought, what a great name for a band. And everybody remembers the name. It's not a name you're going to forget easily.
Yeah, everyone knows a Fagash Lil's living down the road somewhere. So we knew they'd remember it.
Can you tell us a little bit more about the repertoire of the band?
I think we do Led Zeppelin, AC/DC,
Jethro Tull.
Sensational Alex Harvey Band. Barbara sings a bit like Robert Plant, so you know, she's, for a female to have a dirty rock voice, it's rare, it's unusual.
Okay, we're just chatting to some of the festival goers that have come along for the Rock the Lakes Festival this weekend. So can you just tell me your name first of all?
Helen.
Hi Helen, and whereabouts have you come for the festival today?
Just locally.
What, is it Much Hall, did you say?
Yeah, Much Hall.
Excellent. Now, is it your first time? Have you been to the festival before?
Yeah, there's been 3 times. It's our 3rd time.
Right. And what makes you keep coming back?
The people, the atmosphere, and we just have a good time.
Excellent. I mean, you obviously brought your family with you today as well.
Yeah.
So, is it? I mean, one of the attractions of the festival, from what people have been telling me, is that it is so family orientated. Would you say that's the case?
Yeah, it is, and everybody's dead friendly.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's a very relaxed atmosphere as well, isn't it? So
it's small
as well.
But,
yeah. I mean, I presume the music attracts you to it as well.
Definitely, yeah.
It's very much your style, is it? Yeah.
Yeah, we love rock.
Excellent. Right through the family, yeah.
Yeah, they do now, yeah.
Excellent. And can I ask your name? How old are you?
I'm 10.
And what do you find that's attracts you to the festival? What do you enjoy about it?
Well, I like the music because it's like really loud. I don't hear it much anywhere else, really.
Right, excellent. And it's something you can come to, I presume, with your mum as well to see, which is great as well. So, is this your little sister here? Yeah. And what's your name?
My name's Sophie.
Excellent, Sophie. And what do you enjoy about the festival?
I like all the rock music, and I like just rocking out and doing headbanging and stuff.
Because you're quite young to be doing stuff like that, aren't you? So how old are you?
I'm 7.
7. So starting at a young age, I would say, definitely. So excellent. Now, Tasha's stood next to me as well, who's another young festival goer. How old are you, Tasha?
I'm 11.
Right. And what attracts you about about a festival like this?
The stalls.
Yeah. And the music, hopefully.
Yeah.
Excellent. And what about your friend? I think it's your sister here, isn't it, Caitlin? So tell us, Caitlin, what do you like about the festival?
Well, it's good. It's a good environment because everybody's like listening to the rock music, and well, yeah. And the stalls I like too because you can buy things.
Do you think you'll be coming again then?
Probably, yeah.
Excellent. And it's been good weather, hasn't it? Which is excellent.
Pretty much. It's just a bit windy over here right now.
Okay, we've sat with White Fake that played the first night of the festival last night. So, boys, can you just tell us how the gig for you last night was?
Very well, didn't it?
Fantastic. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah. Brilliant experience.
And I mean, obviously, it's quite, I wouldn't say a unique event, but it's certainly a new style of event, this, having obviously tribute bands all together in one place. And obviously, everybody being very much into the idea of it. I mean, how much of a buzz is it for you guys being involved in something like this?
Well, it's been my first time. Obviously, these guys have played here last year under a different band. My first time here. It's been fantastic. I'm still buzzing about it now, 24 hours later.
It's the crowd reaction,
it's a crowd reaction. It's literally what we've talked about all day. Is just the kind words, the comments. It's brilliant.
I'm just here with Mick and Sarah, another couple of festival goers down at the Wattle Lakes this weekend. Mick, can I ask you, you've obviously been to the event before. What's the attraction of the event for you?
I just think it's a really good atmosphere with loads of like-minded people and stuff. And the bands are really, really good.
Excellent. I mean, it's 70s rock, 80s rock to an extent, but it doesn't seem to make a difference, does it? Because the kids that are here are very much enjoying it as much as the adults.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, rock's rock. It's, if you're into rock music, tend to appreciate like the old stuff and the new stuff, and just the whole scene of it, really.
And if obviously you brought obviously some of your children with you today, Sarah. So I mean, what's the attraction for you? Because I mean, obviously there's not many events where you can bring your kids along and enjoy an event like this.
It seems to be really kid friendly, and everybody seems to really enjoy themselves. So that's what brings me kids here as well.
And there's obviously, I mean, it's a very safe event as well. There's no hint of any trouble or anything like that, is there?
No, there's no trouble at all. I've never seen any trouble going on, so that's, what lets me bring my kids, really.
And you both hail from sort of Chorley, Coppell area yourself. So I mean, it's great to have a festival like this in Lancashire, and obviously in a venue like this as well, close to Southport.
Usually you're having to trail like all over the country and stuff like that, so I mean, to have something like this on your doorstep is really, really good.
Well, it's farewell to Rock the Lakes 2014, but only 12 months to wait, because we understand that the event will be back next year, so look forward to that when it will be back bigger and better. We leave you with a blast of Fifth Element and their current single called Please Don't Love Me Anymore.
Sunday nights from 9. Join Steve Franklin live for Preston FM's weekly request show.
Could I have some Pink Floyd for my mum?
Gino by Dixie's Midnight Runners.
Can I request 9 to 5 by Dolly Parton, please?
What a way to make a live.
Lavender by Marillion.
Sunday nights from 9. 103.2 Preston FM. The weekend starts.